Hello and welcome everyone to a new episode of Chat and Learn with Hana. I'm your host Hana and I am so happy you are here with me today. This is our safe and friendly space to listen to simple English stories and learn new words together. So please, sit back, relax, and let's chat. Today we are talking about a beautiful topic. I want you to think back, way back, to when you were a small child. Maybe you were 5, 6, or 7 years old. Can you remember? What did you want to be when you grew up? Did you dream of being a superhero, saving the world, or maybe a famous singer, singing for thousands of people? Or perhaps a veterinarian, taking care of cute animals? I think we all had those big, beautiful dreams. And today, we will talk about those dreams. We will talk about our childhood dream jobs and compare them to our real jobs now. Where are we now? Is life how we imagined it? And to help me with this conversation, I have my wonderful friend Leo here with me. Hello, Leo.
Hello, Hana. It's so great to be back. And hello to all of you listening. This is one of my favorite topics. It's like opening an old, happy photo book from our childhood.
Yes, exactly. So, Leo, before we share our own stories, why do you think this topic is so interesting for everyone?
That's a good question. I think it's because our childhood dreams are very pure. They're not about money or about what other people think. They are about what makes us happy in that moment. A child sees a firefighter and thinks, wow, so brave. I want to be a hero. They don't think about the danger. It's simple and beautiful.
So true. It's all about the feeling, the magic. Okay, let's open our photo books. Leo, let's start with you. Tell us, what was your big dream job when you were a little boy?
Okay, my dream was very classic. I wanted to be an astronaut. I was completely in love with the idea of space.
An astronaut. Wow. Why? What was so special about it?
Oh, everything! I had books with pictures of planets, Jupiter, Saturn with its rings. They look like magical jewels in the black sky. I used to sit in my bedroom at night and look at the moon through my window. Thought, what is it like up there? I didn't just want to visit the moon. I wanted to live on a space station, float in zero gravity, and see the Earth as a big, beautiful blue ball.
That sounds amazing. Did you do anything to make this dream feel real?
Oh, yes. My biggest adventure was with a big cardboard box. You know, the kind you get from the supermarket? For me, that box was my spaceship. I would sit inside it with a toy helmet on my head. I had a calculator that I pretended was a control panel. I pressed the buttons and said, 3, 2, 1, blast off. My poor mother, she always wondered where all the boxes went.
I love that story. It's so creative. So, you were a serious astronaut in training. But then life happens. We grow up. What was the first moment you thought, maybe being an astronaut is difficult? What was your first reality check?
My big reality check had a name, physics.
Physics?
Yes. When I started high school, I had to study physics, and I was so bad at it. I remember looking at a page full of equations, numbers and letters and arrows, and my mind was completely empty. I couldn't understand it. To be an astronaut, you need to be excellent at physics and mathematics. It's very, very important, and I was just not. It was a sad day when I realized that my spaceship was probably going to stay a cardboard box.
That must have been a little disappointing. Thank you for sharing that, Leo. It's a very real story. Now, my story is a little different. My dream job was much simpler. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a cashier in a supermarket.
A cashier? Why? Most kids want to be something spectacular.
I know, but for me, the supermarket was a place of wonder. All the colorful fruits, the shiny candy packages, the smell of fresh bread. It was like a palace of food. And the cashier, she was the queen of that palace.
The queen? How?
She had all the power. First, she sat in a high chair like a throne. Second, she had a magic machine. When she scanned a product, the machine made a loud beep beep sound. That sound was like magic to me. It meant the item was officially sold. And most importantly, she touched everything. All the chocolate, the cookies, the ice cream. She touched them all before anyone else. I thought, this is the best job in the world. You are the boss of all the sweets.
That might be the purest, most honest job ambition I've ever heard. So what happened? Did you realize you had to pay for the candy instead of just beeping it?
My reality check came when I was about 15. I had a friend who worked part-time at a small supermarket. One day, I went to visit her. I was so excited, but what I saw was not magical. She was standing for 4 hours without a break. She had a long line of customers, and some customers were not very nice. In that moment, I saw the reality. It wasn't about being the boss of candy. It was about hard work, standing for a long time, and managing difficult people. The magic beep suddenly sounded a little stressful.
That's a very clear picture. It's interesting how seeing the real world can change our dreams.
So, this leads us to a bigger question. Why do our dreams change? It's not just about physics or tired feet. There are many reasons. For you, Leo, it was about discovering what you were good at. You found out you were better with words than with numbers, right?
Exactly. When I closed my physics book, I opened a storybook, and I found a new love. I loved creating stories and characters in my head. I started writing little poems and short stories. It felt natural. It felt like me. So, my dream changed from exploring outer space to exploring the universe inside my own mind, the universe of stories.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. So, one reason is we discover new interests, we grow and we change. Another big reason is family and society. Leo, did your parents or teachers say anything about your dream?
Oh, yes. When I was young, my parents were very supportive. They bought me my books about space. But when I became a teenager, they started to talk about a stable future. They said, Leo, writing stories is a nice hobby, but can it make money? Maybe you should think about being a teacher or an engineer. They wanted me to be safe and secure. It's a very common and loving advice from parents.
And there is a third reason we understand the difficulties of some jobs. For example, many children dream of being a famous YouTuber or TikTok star. It looks like fun, you play games, you dance, you talk, but the reality is it's a lot of work. Editing videos, thinking of new ideas, dealing with negative comments. It's not always easy.
That's a perfect example. The dream job looks fun from the outside, but the real job has many challenges that we don't see as children.
So, our dreams change. But is that a bad thing? Leo, are you happy that you became a writer and not an astronaut?
That's a very important question, and my answer is yes, I am very happy. I couldn't imagine my life any other way. I love my job. I love the quiet morning with a cup of coffee and my computer. I love finding the perfect word for a sentence. It makes me feel peaceful. If I had become an astronaut, maybe I would be happy too, but this life fits me perfectly. What about you, Hana? Are you happy being a podcast host and not a supermarket cashier?
Yes, I am incredibly happy. I get to talk to people from all over the world, like you, Leo, and like all our listeners. I feel a connection. This feels more like me than standing at a cash register. And you know what? I think the little Hana who loved talking to people is still inside me. I'm not selling candy, but I'm sharing stories and ideas. It's similar in a way.
I love that idea. The child inside us doesn't completely disappear. The little astronaut inside me still loves to explore and discover new things. Now, I explore new ideas and new stories. The dream didn't die, it just changed its shape.
That's the perfect way to say it. The dream didn't die, it just changed its shape. So, for everyone listening, if your job now is not your childhood dream, it's okay. Maybe part of that dream is still alive in your life in a different way. Okay, now it's your turn to think and practice your English. This is the part where we chat with you. I have a few questions. Please don't be shy. You can answer in your mind, speak out loud, or write your answers down. You can even share them with us on comment if you want. We would love to read them. Okay, here is question number 1. What was your childhood dream job and why did you love it? Question number 2. What is your job or your study now? And question number 3, the most important one. What is one thing you like about your life now? It doesn't have to be about your job. It could be a hobby, a friend, or a skill. Let's think about the positive things. Thank you for thinking about these questions. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Leo, thank you so much for this wonderful and deep conversation. It was so nice to remember our childhood dreams with you.
Thank you for having me, Hana. It was a pleasure. And thank you to everyone for listening. Remember, your story is important.
Yes, thank you for listening to Chat and Learn with Hana. I hope this conversation made you feel good and maybe remember your own childhood dreams with a smile. Next episode, we will talk about something that makes everyone happy. What is the food that makes you feel safe and comfortable? We will talk about comfort food. It's going to be delicious. So please join us again next time. Bye bye.